We are here in a brand new survival world. Now, my immediate concerns are tool, bed, food, and shelter. The very first thing I'm going to do, and that what everybody should do in every new Minecraft world, is run to the nearest tree and punch it. We don't have a lot of really near trees over here. Actually, I'm going to run over here because I see some trees over here, but I also see our next objective, which is those pretty little sheep right over there. Let's go ahead and run over and punch these trees because we need wood. Why do we need wood? You need wood because you need a crafting table, you need sticks, you need planks for, I don't know, pretty much everything in the game. So I'm just going to get a couple of these logs here, and I'll show you how to make a crafting table and all of the stuff that we'll need. Oh, and it is raining. We are almost done. I can't quite reach this, so I'm going to pillar up just a little bit. And there's a thunderstorm on day one. Wow, it's like they want hard mode or something. Okay, so this situation just, well, drastically improved for the worst. Deproved? I don't know how it works. We might be in a little bit of danger involving being struck by lightning. Actually, what I'm going to do first is I am going to make some planks and then put 4 planks into this crafting interface and get ourselves our very first crafting table. Then I'm going to plop this crafting table down as quick as I can. I'm going to shift click this, make a couple of planks, and then use those planks to make a couple of sticks. And we need our very first tool, a wooden pickaxe, which is just 3 oak planks across and 2 sticks down. And that is what we will use to get all the rest of our tool. Now I'm just going to break this real quick. Oh, there's an Enderman. Great. We need these sheep. The reason why we need these sheep is because we need this wool right here. Ooh, lightning strike's getting close. We need this wool, and actually, that black wool didn't do much for me, so... Okay, we have 1. We have 2. Okay. Okay, we have 3. As painful as that was for me to watch those sheep die, I'm not sorry, and I'll probably do it again. Oh, and we're already getting hit by... Oh, a skeleton. We need to run. We need to run because now we do have these 3 wool, and 3 wool will create a bed. Are we still getting chased? This is hard to do, and I'm getting chased by a skeleton. It's day 1, people. Calm down. I don't even have a bed yet. I'm going to plop this down, and real quick, I'm going to put these 3 wool across like this. I'm going to take 3 planks and put them across like this, and we are going to get a bed. With a bed, the very... Oh, no. Well, I have to kill this guy first. I'm going to place this bed down ASAP and lie down in it. And as soon as I wake up safe, I'll tell you exactly why I did that. Oh, dear. The reason we got a bed that early and those brave sheep sacrificed their lives is because beds will allow you to skip the night. During a thunderstorm, it is actually considered night outside, and so it was really important for us to get this bed as soon as we could. And if you didn't notice, there are no monsters, really no monsters around here. Monsters only spawn when there is light level 0 or below as of Minecraft 1.18. So when it gets night, obviously all of this around here, there is no light anywhere. So zombies, skeletons, endermen will spawn pretty much everywhere, making your life really, really difficult in these early days. But now we have a bed, so anytime we see that sun is getting over the horizon, getting pretty low, we can just plop it down and sleep. And then pick it back up when we're done. A bed is probably one of the most important things you can get, or you can prioritize first in Minecraft. Next, I'm headed over to this big old stone structure over here. Actually, this will be fine. I do need some stone. Breaking this stone will actually give you cobblestone. And if I plop down my crafting table, I can use some of these sticks remaining to make our first stone pickaxe. And you see we'll get the getting an upgrade advancement there. And from here on out, I don't really need these wooden pickaxes, so I'm just going to go ahead and chuck them. I know I could have just used them up later, but, you know, don't be mad at me. Anyway, I'm going to use this to get some more stone. I'm going to try to pick up a couple dozen here, just so that we have some cobblestone for later, and of course cobblestone for tools for right now. Okay, we got about 30. That should be more than enough. I'm going to come back over here. I'm going to make myself an axe for cutting down wood and for attacking with, and I'm going to make myself a sword also for attacking with, and I also am going to make myself a hoe right now just for later. And now I'm going to take this axe and look at how much faster that crafting table breaks. We have our tools, we have our bed, And now the next thing we need is food. Right now you can see that I have, I have some raw mutton from killing those sheep, which is good. But food is a main priority because the more that you move around, especially the more that you run, the more that your saturation and hunger are going to go down. And you're going to need some food to fill that up. So I'm going to go ahead and just kill some of these sheep. And if I could just hit them, there we go. Grass is making my life complicated right now. Thank you. Generally, you're looking for pigs, sheep, cows are probably the best, but you also have chickens as well. These will drop their meat when you kill them. And you can see in my inventory, I have 7 raw pork chops, 7 mutton. So we're doing pretty well here. And the way that you're going to cook these is in a furnace. So I'm going to go ahead and plop down my crafting table right here. You can see that 8 cobblestone in this pattern in the crafting table makes you a furnace. And with the furnace, you have your fuel source here and whatever you want to burn here. Now, let's say for a second that there is not immediately some coal right behind me, and then I do not have any coal pretty much anywhere, and I am starving to death, and I desperately need some food. You can actually make charcoal using a piece of oak log. So I'm going to put the oak plank here first for fuel, and when I drop an oak log in, watch what happens when this arrow completes. Okay, we have our charcoal. Charcoal will actually allow you to burn 8 items at once. So if I put this charcoal down and I put in 7 of these pork chops, by the time that this fuel dies down, I will have 7 pork chops. If I had an 8th, I'd be able to put it in there and we'd also be able to smelt that with the fuel that we have. But 7's a good enough number to get most of the use out of this charcoal. While that is going, I am going to break some of this coal because coal is another thing that is super important that we need in early game because coal not only makes fuel for our furnaces, but it also makes torches. And torches are what's going to help us to secure an area so that monsters will not spawn in it. Obviously, this area doesn't really matter because we're not really going to be settling here. So I'm just going to pick these up and we're just going to collect the rest of this coal here just because it is right here. You'll notice that you'll get some experience from coal as well. And we'll talk about levels in a later video. We just want to make sure that we get all of our we get as prepared as possible for the early game stuff. Let me just finish breaking the rest of this coal and I will see you on the other side. Okay, now our food is done. I'm going to go ahead and put in another piece of coal right here and cook these 7 raw mutton. And then we'll have a pretty decent supply of food as we go around and explore for a place to settle down and work on our next thing, which is going to be shelter. Now, before we continue, I want to tell you that, not every world spawn is going to look like, this. If you're not inspired by the landscape around, if you don't really like it, you're looking around and you're like, wow, this is a really terrible environment. Like, wow, this is really not a great world. Then you can always feel free to, start a different seed. Minecraft is all about having fun in a world that you enjoy. So if you don't like it, you're still in the very, very early game. You can definitely feel free to restart. Okay, that's enough talking now. Where did my stuff go? Uh-oh. Am I crazy? Where did it go? It's right here. And our food is done cooking. So I'm going to use the axe to pick this up and the pickaxe to pick the furnace up. And I'm actually going to come over here to this little outcropping because it looks like a fantastic place to build into to start our first little shelter area. This looks like a really good place to maybe dig into to start some sort of mini base. We got some gravel here, which will definitely be important later. Let's just take a look at the extent of this. Goes down pretty far. Wow, it goes down really far. This definitely a little bit more cavernous than I originally thought, so probably not gonna settle here for my first one, just because there's a lot of places that monsters can spawn and drop in on us, like creepers. So probably not the best. Also, a village! That is perfect. We are gonna go straight to that village. On my way there, I'm going to kill some of these salmon, because cooked salmon provides a lot of health and saturation, almost as good as steak, so anytime you see them and you're looking for food in the early game, I'm drowning. Hello. I'm just going to clean up the rest of these guys here. Thank goodness they don't run away while they watch their brethren being slaughtered. And I need to breathe. I need to breathe. Let me out. Oh, thank goodness. And you can see it is starting to get to nighttime. I'm going to go ahead and whip out my trusty old bed, and it should be perfect time to sleep. And we can skip the night and avoid all those monsters spawning. So already we've been alive for, I think, 2 full days, and we're still alive, so that's a good accomplishment. And I'm actually going to think about moving into this village. This is perfect that we found this. This is like a waterfront village. Not only are there houses that you can just, steal and take a little time to rest, but these villagers I have trades to offer you that the more you level them up, the better trades that you'll get. And of course, we're going to go into an in-depth video on that later on what each villager does and what some of the best villager trades are, blah, 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 blah. I want to go ahead and create a little shelter somewhere here. Now, when it comes to Minecraft shelter, you can do a couple of things. You could, hi kitty, if you don't feel like being creative and building a house and making it all pretty and stuff, you can actually just go straight into a mountain. Let's go in right here next to this farmer. So I'm going to go ahead and actually plop this down so that I can make a shovel. And that will allow me to take care of this gravel a little bit faster. Hopefully there's not too much of it around here, but a shovel will help you take care of grass blocks and dirt blocks and gravel just a little bit faster. And eventually, when you get shovels made out of better things like iron, diamond, netherite, the tools will actually be faster and more efficient. But for now, we got stone, and that's what we're going to settle with. So I'm going to go ahead and make just a little hole into this mountain. So I'm just going to dig a couple in. Now, as I dig here, you can notice in the bottom left corner, there's a little meter underneath it that looks like it's about to run out. And when it does, actually before that happened, I'm going to mouse over it and you can see that it has durability 8 out of 131, meaning that if I break 8 more blocks, eventually this pickaxe will break and I will have to get a brand new one. There it is. No more pickaxe, and of course I'm just going to come over here and make myself a new one since I collected all that cobblestone earlier and, well, now. Finished digging this out, and, well, we're going to deck this area out a little bit and make it our temporary shelter for now. We're going to come back here. I'm going to make a bunch of planks, and what I need right now is a door. So doors, when you place them, it matters what direction you're facing the block, because I put this door in from the other side, but if I put a door in on this block from this side, you can see that it hugs this edge. I kind of wanted it to be sunken instead of out on the outside here. And of course, I'm going to use the rest of my planks to go ahead and just pretty up this area a little bit. And just pepper out this. I want some more of these oak logs to finish up the texture here. So I'm going to go ahead and plant these, and then eventually we will get a sustainable source of wood. I'm going to go in here and go ahead and provide a little bit of light because I don't want any monsters spawning in here. Have these grown yet? Am I being too impatient? I'm definitely being too impatient, considering that there is an entire forest of trees over there, which I could easily go and grab, but I'm actually going to go ahead and pilfer the oak logs from this tree right here. It is getting dark and I've got a couple of oak logs left, so I am going to just plop these here and go ahead and open this door, and we are pretty much set up for business. It's probably the world's ugliest little house right now, but we have a bed, we have a crafting table, and of course we have a furnace. And I'm actually going to put this furnace into the wall over here, just so that we don't actually have to use up any of the space. I'm actually going to craft up 1 or 2 more, and we go. Oh my God! What? Excuse me. This is my bed. This is my house. What are you doing in my house? Get out! Well, I guess we gave him a home, or you could just right-click it to get him out of there and sleep in it yourself. I'm going to make 8 planks. And with these 8 planks, I'm going to put them in a circle around like this, much like we did our furnace, and that will make a chest. And I have enough wood to make 2 chests, and what I am going to do is put them somewhere like right here. Now, by themselves, chests looks like this, but if you put one chest next to another chest, they will combine together into making a double chest like this, and then, of course, you can store all of the rest of your stuff that you don't really want. I'm going to keep the coal in here. I'm actually going to head and pop the coal. Pop half of my coal in here by right-clicking my stack of coal right there. I dropped it in the fuel source, and I'm going to go ahead and drop these 6 salmon in there so that we can get some more food cooking up. We have a safe base of operations, safe for the most part, except from that guy. If we go out there and happen to die, not only will we respawn right here on this bed, but we will have all of our stuff still waiting for us in this chest, which is super nice. So now we have our bed to skip the night. We have our storage to store all of our stuff that we don't need so that we don't lose it when we die. We have an option to cook food and wherever else that we need, and this is done, so I'm going to go ahead and take that. And we have our crafting table. For all intents and purposes, this is our complete and fully functional, if not horrendously ugly shelter, which means for all intents and purposes, we are pretty much settled. We got our home to come back to. Next time, we're going to talk about sustainable food and crops, what to do with that, what to do with all of this village, and, begin exploring. So any questions, comments, concerns, Christmas presents, whatever, you can leave them in the comments, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.